Makes a hometown discount in Toronto. It's like, oh, yeah. Now I'm mad.
Anyways, he says.
Yeah. They're just going to win the cup again.
I mean, as of right now, no one's better.
What do we think of Vegas's move of Nick Hague? Because that's a player I really like. We know that he ended up being traded to Nashville Predators, where he signed a very nice contract at 5.5, I think.
Yeah, that's a lot of money. But, I think if you're Nashville, you're looking at free agent defensemen, and you're going, this is nowhere out there. Let's just pay for the thing we want that fits and makes sense.
It's written right now he's going to be Yossi's partner.
Is that right?
And that could be one of the better ones in the league.
Yeah. I mean, it is interesting from Vegas that they're going to move from 6'6" Hague, 6'4" Waugh, potentially like a couple of these big guys. And do you think they're still going to do something with Hurdle or Carlson?
I think if they want to take a crack at Marner, they're probably going to have to move a little bit more money out.
Yeah.
So I really like Carlson.
Yeah, I just worry about that.
And they already kind of got burned a little bit on the Marchessault. Like he left a bigger void than they probably even anticipated. Carlson could do the same thing. One of the original Misfit toys.
They just brought back one of the original Misfits. Riley Smith.
Went back, right?
Yeah. They re-signed him. Game time?
Game time.
All right, it's game time, presented by Bet365. Visit the app for latest odds and find out why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Must be 19 plus, Ontario only. Please pay responsibly. Big series for my Jays.
Yeah.
They open a 4-game set with the New York Yankees, who I believe the Jays are a couple games behind in the standings. Tonight, it is the Kipper's favorite pitcher starting for the Jays. Max Scherzer starts the game against Rodon for the Yankees. The Yankees are big favorites tonight, minus 140. I guess they're anticipating Max Scherzer to.
Max is he's already got a start under his belt, man.
I liked his comments last game.
BBs tonight.
Yeah, he's like, I pitched it pretty good, but not how
The Jays are 3 games back of the New York Yankees. They're coming off a 4-2 road trip through Boston and Cleveland, I believe. The big win yesterday. Give me the Toronto Blue Jays tonight. Plus 120. Nice number as an underdog. And if I'm quickly going to bring it up here, you thought Max Scherzer was going to have a good night tonight, eh, Kipper? Give me a... Okay, I'm losing it here. Give me a over Max Scherzer strikeouts at 5.5 strikeouts nice at plus 100. If you want to parlay those together, you could do that too. But I'm anticipating a good game for the Jays tonight. Gonna be a good crowd down there. I don't know what the weather's looking like. Maybe a closed dome tonight. There's a little bit of rain in the area, but it'll be a good game. So make sure you go down to the ballpark. Anyways, that was game time presented by Bet365. Visit the app for latest odds and find out why it's never ordinary at Bet365. Must be plus Ontario only. Please play responsibly. I'm going tomorrow up to the show.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I've never been on Canada Day.
That sounds fun.
I've never been, so I'm looking forward to it.
And we are, speaking of, we will be on the air tomorrow from 2 to 4 Eastern. No?
Wrong.
Wrong?
1 to 3. Yeah.
Oh, my God. I'm so bad at hosting.
We have 4 different show times this week. So, so tomorrow, we're on from 1 until 3, because first pitch for the Jays is 3:07 tomorrow, so they wanted to fit us in before that happens.
Deadline ends 3.
Bing, we're off the air at 3.
All right.
And then the next day, we're on from 2 till 4. So we'll have our...
You can all see Kip and I learning it in real time.
We'll have our Leafs Hour on, this will be Wednesday afternoon from 2 to 4. 2 to 3 will be our Leafs Hour. We'll go more national from 3 to 4. And then we're 3 to 4 Thursday, Friday. So that's our schedule for the rest of the week. And then after that, boys.
For the rest of the year.
And then after that, it's over.
Sign my yearbook?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Yeah. So, anyways, there you go.
All right, we'll take a quick break. When we return, we've got some signings still to discuss, free agents to discuss, maybe a new coach in Dallas, plenty more when we return to Real Kipper and Bourne. Justin Bourne, Nick Kiprios, Sammy McKee. Vancouver Canucks closing in on an extension with goaltender Thatcher Demko. What do we know about it?
By the way, you know it's a good news day. Conversate when the mics go off and it's just like, still ripping everything.
Oh.
Yeah,
Now-
that was some good conversation.
Are
Love
we
that.
are we surprised at this? Are we not? He's coming off a very tough season with injuries.
Yeah. I am
What-
surprised.
What do you anticipate here?
Well, I wonder how short the deal is. Like, if you're Vancouver, you certainly wouldn't feel comfortable giving him a very long extension, would you? You also have
But
a
if
couple
you're
goalies you like
Demko,
behind him.
if you're Demko, aren't you trying to hit a 7 or 8 year deal?
Oh, for sure. But like Lankinen just signed $4.5 million until 2030. So 4.5 Demko's
So
going to make.
you see a 3 or 4 year deal just to get his career going again?
I'm just like, surely Vancouver's plan is not to spend 17 million in their, or sorry, 14 million in the crease here if he gets 7.5 or whatever.
But if this guy's remotely healthy, if he gets off to a decent start in October, November, doesn't he shoot right up towards Connor Hellebuck area?
Good Demko's as good as anyone in the league for me. But
Why would he take the safe bet now?
well, he shouldn't. With his injuries, he should just be as long as possible. But I guess what I'm wondering is, what is Vancouver's plan? If he's an 8-year deal, Lankinen's 4.5, Shelov's is like the guy in the American League.
Yeah, he was the MVP of the AHL playoffs.
Just won the Calder
Yeah.
Cup again. Like,
Yeah.
I guess you trade Shelov's and you commit to these guys, and my math was terrible on that, but
Yeah.
like 12 million for the two goalies. Is that okay? I guess Bobrovsky makes 10. They're doing okay.
Yeah, but that's one really good guy. Who's
and
consistent,
that's
never gets hurt.
and that's a guy that never gets hurt.
Never
Right.
gets hurt. He plays every game.
Uh,
But
It's Frank Saravelli's
Yeah.
report. Daily Faceoff was the first to report this. I just wanted to make sure that we gave Frank his just due here. Yeah, I don't know the real benefit. I get it for Vancouver. They just want to cover themselves, but it'd be a heck of a gamble on their part to lock him in for 7 or 8 years here with
Unless
a
you think it's like
big number.
you're protected by insurance. You know, you feel like if he's hurt, then we don't pay him anyway. And if he's healthy, we like him.
Yeah.
so they just, what is Vancouver? They're attempting to be good to convince Quinn Hughes to stay there.
I
Like that's
think
like the
so.
plan, right?
Yeah.
I just don't know what they're gonna look like.
It's tough because like people have been changing teams here. It's starting to feel like if your team hasn't done something yet, that you'd be a little nervous, right? Because UFA crop's not amazing. Marchand, Ehlers,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
there's only a few names out there that you want.
Also talk of still not letting go completely of Brock Besser
Oh,
in
really?
Vancouver. That they'd still like in a perfect world to try to get him signed. I just don't know if they're going to have the numbers deep enough that other teams may go. I heard the Leafs have interest in him, Minnesota, of course. There's a number
Winnipeg,
of teams
too.
that have. Edmonton wants Brock Besser.
Talk about nightmare fuel for Canucks fans. Fan favorite guy that was like
Yeah.
slighted at the deadline and then
This
ends
is-
up with their divisional rival and lights it up. And wins a cup with the Oilers.
Legit 30-goal scorer.
Oh yeah, and I mean, especially playing with a couple of those centers there, like he could really two of the best passers of all time. Passing it to him, he could shoot.
I'll
in the
just
net.
say I'd be, yes, like Besser, you're right. In a position like that, he needs to go to a good spot for him.
Yeah.
I don't feel like he can drive your team's offense.
He's so much like Toffoli to me.
totally.
He's so much like Toffoli in his prime.
Yeah.
Where it's like a complimentary winger that can fire it in the net from anywhere, but can't
Put him
really
on a good
drive.
team, he'll
but
really
can't
help.
drive the play.
Which, you know, we've
He's
seen
fine.
guys like Carter Verhaeghe
Yeah.
or even Rodriguez or some of those guys, they can help.
As a reminder, this hour of Real Kipper and Bourne brought to you by Bet365. Also, Claude Giroux signing with the Ottawa Senators, a 1-year deal. Yeah, this one struggled here. I think they were looking for the old Corey Perry type of contract. They settled in at $2 million, though.
Could earn up to 4.75 if he has a good enough year.
Games played or
Yeah, games
points?
played. Games played.
Yeah. So that'll be an interesting one. I like that. I like Giroux. I like that he's in Ottawa. He seems content there. Lots going on around the league.
We didn't talk about the draft.
Oh, yeah. Do you guys want to do that, or should we go on with?
No, let's just
Johnson
stick with, yeah. I mean, yeah, we'll save that towards the latter part of the show when we absolutely have exhausted everything.
Yeah, it was lean.
Okay, stop it.
All right.
Stop it.
Gullit.
Ehlers.
Oh, Ehlers.
Ehlers.
All right, what do you got on Ehlers?
I think he's just made up his mind a while ago that he just does not want to finish his career in Winnipeg. So LA, Carolina, and I think Chicago is the third one I heard.
I want to ask you about Marner in LA. That seems to be, is that spot number 2?
They're under a ton of pressure to find a way to beat Edmonton.
LA
Put it that
needs
way.
some dynamic player. So Marner or Ehlers, sure.
Yes,
But
and Brock Besser, like they need goal scoring. They need help. I think if Marner finds himself still open July 1st at, 12 noon?
Mhm.
Why wouldn't you listen to everything?
There was
And
a
everything.
report, I believe, from LeBrun.
Yeah.
So that LA was looking to fly out July 1st, meet with Marner on July 2nd.
Yeah.
That this Vegas news might change that, but they are a team that has
Yeah.
serious
Yeah.
interest in Marner.
The only thing is to Sammy's point, I think between the state of New York and California, it doesn't bode well for tax dollars.